Hi, my name is Andrew Pauls, and this is my partner Frank Perciato. And our biology project is on invasive species and native species after the Los Angeles fires. Our hypothesis is that following the LA fires, we believe that the native species of the California ground squirrel will exhibit a significantly faster rate of population recovery within a defined area like the Palisades compared to the invasive species of the European starling as measured by population density in a 6-month post fire experiment.
For our abstract, this study investigates the differential post-fire population recovery rates of California ground squirrels and European starlings within a defined area affected by the recent Los Angeles wildfires. The population density and migration of these two species will be measured 6 months post-fire with direct observations and journalizing from us, and satellite imagery provided from the California Department of Fish and Wildlife, in a designated burned area like the Palisades, and compared to a geographically matched unburned control area like San Marino. The primary hypothesis is that California ground squirrels will demonstrate significantly faster population recovery, squirrels per square kilometers, and larger migrations, distance moved from the burned areas, than European starlings in the burned area during 6 months and post-fire.
Okay, so first procedure. We first studied the history of the California ground squirrel and the European starling to understand the past population and migration. Second, we gathered data showing changes before and after the wildfires. Third, we used satellite images and field observations in areas like the Palisades and San Marino. Fourth, we tracked population density and movement into unburned zones, and then finally combined 6 months of post-fire data to evaluate shifts in population and location.
For our data, our study shows how wildfires affected California ground squirrels and European starlings. Before the fires, squirrels lived in grasslands and starlings lived in trees. Afterward, both moved into urban areas. Squirrels dug in yards and starlings nested in buildings. We tracked 50 of each species before and after the fires and found only 23 starlings and 35 squirrels remained. Starlings were hit harder due to tree loss, while squirrels protected in the underground nests provided more houseable and more resilient.
Analysis. Before the Los Angeles fires, both species were well established in their respective habitats in Southern California. The California ground squirrel thrived in open, disrupted areas, often in proximity to human developments, while European starling occupied a range of habitats, including suburban areas. Their adaptability to human altered landscapes likely contributed to their large population density. This study has shown the post fire recovery of the California ground squirrels and the European starlings following the Palisades fire. Pre and post fire population densities were measured to assess recovery rates. Cal- Ground squirrels showed a significantly faster recovery than starlings, suggesting higher resilience in native species. This supports the hypothesis of faster native species recovery. However, the study sample size might have been limited, impacting statistical power. Data collection methods like online sources from local governments could also introduce bias. Further research with larger sample sizes and refined methodologies will be needed for next time. Our study did not explicitly account for other factors influencing population recovery, such as food availability or competition. However, we have acknowledged these limitations and will discuss their potential impacts on the results in future experiments.
For our conclusion, our data during the 6 month post Palisade Fire survey revealed a significantly faster population recovery rate for the California ground squirrel compared to the European starling. Population density for ground squirrels within the defined area increased by 11.2%, while the starling population density increased by only 6.4%. These findings support the hypothesis that native California ground squirrels exhibit a significantly faster rate of population recovery following a wildfire than the invasive European starling species. Thank you.